Prince Orlando Cantrell. Prince Orlando the Warthog Cantrell. He was a hard line. Admiral of the fleet, of the Duke's fleet for the northern shores of Penvash. His own little princedom, his own little mayorship, but also Admiral of the fleet, and he dealt with the ships and had them built at times, and marshalled his men and patrolled the Sunlight Sea and took care of business. His mother was June Cantrell, a wise old lady, and in the court there was the great white wolf, Francis the sorceress, and June and Francis were long-term friends, and they were Prince Orlando's primary counsellors in the affairs of court. They would advise him on who to trust and who to be cautious about, and where to take necessary decisions for the furtherance of the princedom and the general maintenance of the quality of life which Penvashians were accustomed to and expected. They would study the tomes which had been built up in Aragonese society over the years, and not exactly law keepers or law masters, but they were students of the law, and they kept it, the LORE law, and they kept it, and they were about getting on with life and doing their thing. He did not like this Stokos scumlord who dropped in recently, who he'd heard all sorts of stories about. Dragon dragged him away. This lad who'd been had a bit of ill repute, a bit of infamy as far as Orlando was concerned, probably really should be dealt with. He took his men one time at the Duke's suggestion that maybe he should indeed deal with it, and they accosted the war beach in Aldolo's harbour, and it was strongly suggested that Dragon make himself scarce. He did not like the confrontation, did the Lord Dragon, but consented. He made his way with his men to the island of a treasure king, a small island in the centre of the Sunlight Sea, which was purportedly filled with treasure buried here and there by an old pirate known as the Treasure King. It had a few dark-skinned natives who inhabited the island, and they had spears and things, but Dragon knew how to handle them. The skeleton crew, though, they felt that the fun had departed and decided they'd quit Old Dollar's court and follow their buddies on the war bitch off to the island. When they arrived, Grimjack suddenly got an idea in his head, got a shovel and started digging here and there in places on the beach up near the line where it marked the greenery, where the beach ended and the greenery started. Around those areas there, he was digging holes and just scratching his skull head and saying, "I'm sure it's all buried here somewhere." He was looking for treasure, apparently, and Dragon was wont to call him a crazy old fool. One night around the fireplace, Rotten Bob was chatting to Drayton as they were making the home in Treasure Island for a while, and it's all about adventure in life, said Rotten Bob, and Dragon said, "Aye, or it's life without a bit of adventure." So they'd left Aldolo's court, and for a time, it would seem, the princes of Penvash were free from their peril, and the Duke commended Prince Orlando for driving out the problem, but suggested to him that he keep those scoundrels under proper surveillance. The Peril of the Princes of Penvash, Chapter 7.